Once upon a time, in a peaceful village by the flowing river, there were two curious children, Zuri and Kazi. They lived with their mother, a wise woman who always told them to stay away from the riverbank. Never go near the water, my children, their mother would warn. There are dangers in the river that even I cannot protect you from. But one bright afternoon, when their mother was busy inside the house, Zuri and Kazi's curiosity got the better of them. Let's go to the river, Zuri, Kazi whispered excitedly. We can explore the water. Just for a little while. Mother won't know. Zuri hesitated for a moment but then nodded. It will be our secret, she said. The two children sneaked out of the house, making sure their mother couldn't see them. They ran towards the river, their hearts racing with excitement. The sound of the flowing water was calming, and the air was fresh with the scent of damp earth. But as they neared the water's edge, something felt strange. The river looked darker, almost as if it were hiding something beneath its surface. The children ignored their gut feeling and stepped closer, dipping their toes into the cool water. Suddenly, the water began to ripple, and a deep voice echoed from beneath. Who dares disturb my peace? The children froze, their blood running cold. From beneath the water, a large figure slowly emerged. Its eyes glowed with an eerie yellow light, and its body was covered in slimy scales. It was the Zimwi, the monster of the river, a creature from local tales that would capture children who ventured too close to the water. The Zimwi's voice was deep and menacing. You are foolish to disobey the warnings. Now, you will belong to me. It reached out with its long, twisted arms and grabbed Zuri by the arm. Kazi tried to run, but the Zimwi was too fast. It captured him too, pulling both children into the cold, dark water. The river swallowed them whole, and they were dragged down into its depths. The Zimwi's lair was like nothing they had ever imagined, an underwater cavern with glowing moss and dark shadows. They could barely see anything, but they could hear the Zimwi's voice booming around them. You are mine now, it hissed. You will stay here forever and help me guard the river from all who dare come near. Zuri and Kazi were terrified. They huddled together, whispering in fear. What do we do now? Zuri, Kazi asked, his voice shaking. We can't escape. Zuri thought hard. She remembered something her mother had once told her. In times of trouble, think clearly. There is always a way out if you are clever enough. Then, Zuri heard a soft click, like the sound of a shell snapping shut. She turned to see a small, unusual crab crawling along the edge of the cavern. It was unlike any crab they had seen before. Its shell shimmered with a magical glow, and it had a wise, knowing look in its eyes. Help us, please, Zuri called out to the crab. The creature paused for a moment, then scuttled over to them. The crab spoke in a soft voice. I can help, but you must act quickly. The Zimwi is powerful, but it is also foolish. It is blind to what is right before its eyes. The crab explained that the Zimwi, though strong, had a weakness. The monster's powers could only work when it was focused on its captives. You must distract it, and I will help you escape. Zuri and Kazi nodded, understanding what they had to do. The Zimwi, hearing their whispers, turned toward them. What are you plotting, children? It growled, its yellow eyes narrowing. Without warning, Zuri shouted, I know how to escape. The river is filled with treasures, and only those who are clever enough to solve the riddles of the Zimwi can find them. The Zimwi, greedy and curious, leaned forward. Riddles, I am the master of the river. No one can outsmart me. Then prove it, Zuri challenged. If you can answer my riddle, I will stay here forever. But if you fail, you must let us go. The Zimwi's pride swelled. Very well, it boomed. Tell me your riddle. Zuri thought for a moment and then said, what is as old as the river, but can never be touched? It guides us, but we cannot see it. What is it? The Zimwi's face twisted in confusion. I do not know. Tell me the answer, it demanded. The answer is time, Zuri replied calmly. The Zimwi growled in frustration. I cannot be tricked, there must be another riddle. The crab, sensing the moment was right, clicked its claws rapidly. A series of bubbles erupted from the water, surrounding the Zimwi. The monster screamed in rage, but the bubbles were like a cage, trapping it in a shimmering, glowing net. The crab scuttled to the children's side. Quick, swim, now is your chance, it urged. Zuri and Kazi wasted no time. They swam swiftly, guided by the glowing bubbles, until they reached the surface of the river. As they broke through the water and gasped for air, they saw their village in the distance. The children didn't stop to look back. They ran as fast as they could, their hearts pounding in their chests. Finally, they reached their mother's house, safe and sound. Their mother, who had been worried sick, embraced them tightly. You disobeyed me, but I am glad you are safe. Never again should you wander near the river. The Zimwi is a real threat, and it nearly took you from me. Zuri and Kazi looked at each other, their eyes full of regret. They had learned their lesson. From that day forward, they always listened to their mother's warnings and stayed far away from the river's edge. As for the Zimwi, it was never seen again. It was trapped in the bubbles, lost in the depths of the river, where it could no longer harm anyone. And so, the two children lived their lives happily, knowing the importance of listening to their parents and the dangers of disobedience. They never forgot the lesson that the river had taught them, and they often shared the story of the Zimwi with other children to keep them safe.